Okay, so this next part is get the side view. There's the muscles. Get the side view again, but if the hand's turned, you can see how the muscles kind of just turn with the hand. And we're going to draw. We'll get the back view, the triceps, how the same principle. The muscles just wrap at the hand. That the big bronchitis muscle goes there to the thumb. And then I'm just going to draw a top view. Well, here's a pretty good top view of the forearm. As you can see, all these little muscles just connect. So I'll draw kind of a dynamic view. Just say that's the arm coming out. Now, what's going on here? Come on, camera, pick it up. There we go. This is the arm, and say it's just kind of bending like that, and then here's where the hand would be, and then say you have the thumb coming out like that, the fingers, something like that. So just to practice, so come out, you have the bicep here, deltoid would be there about, tricep, remember it wraps around like that, follow this line with that. See, it's not really that hard once you start getting where things connect. You know, you start adding kind of the bone, the elbow, go about right there. So, and all these muscles, like I said before, from the tricep, they just kind of hug like that. But in this case, here's the reason I drew the hand like that, because in this case, you're seeing the top of the hand. It's not like the thumb isn't there, the thumb's there. So it's like that. So you're seeing the top, which means these muscles, you have to think of it like that. This muscle, that big one that comes out between the tricep and the bicep, it would go something like that because it connects to the thumb, kind of. So you got that muscle, and out like that, then you have muscles behind it, those other muscles that will be coming in, meeting the bottom of the arm. And these muscles, they just kind of wrap like that, wherever this is, they just kind of sit in between that. And see, that wraps like that, so the tricep, you follow the tricep, and those muscles wrap. Then you have muscles on the other side that you can't see. There'll be something like that wrapping around. So pretty much that's the basic arm. And the hand is, man, the hand is tiny! The hand is really tiny, but don't worry about that, because it was just, I just want to draw it more so to get the basic idea of, you know, how the muscles wrap according to where the hand. So the hand, though, always, before you draw the muscles and things, always get an idea of the hand. Because see, there to there, now say if I put the thumb where it's up, so the thumb's up, which would mean here's the palm, here's the fingers coming out. That would change everything, because same pose, let's say, but just from that little change, you still have the tricep and the bicep would be about the same, but that muscle coming out would be more on the top side, that big muscle like that. And you'd have, you wouldn't see as much overlapping, and then you'd have more so. See, then the bicep, by the way, kind of just gets hugged, and then you have all these other muscles connecting like so. But in terms of the muscles, don't worry. I'll just draw like string shapes, but it looks something like that. This is a really bad drawing. And finally, I'll just show kind of the top side of the way. So here's the deltoid. I didn't really draw a top side. There would be kind of the bicep to come out. And a little note, if you try to draw things artistically, it's amazing about the body is there's kind of this asymmetry to the muscles like that. It's not perfectly even, so if you have a bulge there and there, that's something you may have noticed already, like just drawing the eye, drawing the eyelid, there's kind of this, like if that's the eye, there's this asymmetry, and that's what's amazing about the human body, is there's this beauty within everything that's drawn. And so going back to that with the bicep, that's what's amazing about that. So it just kind of tucks in, it gets wrapped up between, there's that big muscle again, and say the thumb's pointing out that way, and you have the fingers like that. That muscle would wrap around, kind of hug it this, then you have muscles on this side going in. But yeah, the muscles that just tuck the bicep in there, like that. Something like that. So basically that's the arm. Just practice, study the muscles, and just keep practicing. Trying to think if there's any other things. We'll just draw a couple more practice poses. Let's see. You're recording, Mom. You're gonna be on camera if you heard you. Let's see. Like here's the hand. There's the fingers. Muscle, that big muscle, kind of like that. And just all these other muscles tuck in, like I said before. Each one connects to a knuckle, so if that's a knuckle, that's a knuckle. Captain Knuckles. And you have the elbow kind of here. This would be the bicep. Deltoid coming out. The tricep. And see, even drawing this right now, I got this asymmetry kind of going on. And that's something you want to do a lot with your drawings. It makes it more interesting. But see, that's the basic kind of way of the, and the bicep. See how the bicep just gets tucked in. Something's not right in here. Here's the palm. Yeah, just practice. Keep practicing. Look at your own hand. Look at what it is. I always have to look at my hand because it does get confusing. Like it gets confusing kind of what wraps there, how the hand. Overall, that's basically the muscles of the arm. Do one more practice. Say if the muscle just flexing. Yeah, that's a good practice. Let's see the front view of flexing. So there's that, there's that. So here's the bicep flexing up. Deltoid, tricep. So this is the inside view. So the pecs would be over here like that. So deltoid, triceps kind of like that, the elbow. Triceps. See how, once again, see how it just connects? Like just make it connect, make it look like it's connected, not just hanging off. Biceps, so outer side, so think of it like that. This is the inside, so the deltoid be on the outside, so that muscle, that big muscle you wouldn't say. Here's the hand. So the thumb would be on the other side. Always remember where the thumb is. That's the easiest way, for me anyway. So then, kind of just flexing. You have, see, there's the tricep again, there's the elbow. So all those muscles, they just kind of wrap like so, and they go up. You have the muscle there, you have that bone. So something like that. Just mess around with it, keep practicing, but it's fun drawing arms once you get it down. The pecs. So there's. Oh crap, that's what I have to mention. Is generally it's easier for me if you start with the collarbone, go up, work from that point. Whenever you draw it, work from that point, because that's the easiest way to do it. Because those points are your support points, so you can draw any arm from that. So like real quick, collarbone, collarbone, gotta hurry. Say like if you're drawing it like that, those are your support points. Those two are your support points. So in this pose, it's like the arms are going back. There would be the head, it'd be over the head. But yeah, so that helps a lot to draw the arms.